So, but if you want like there is another thing also like this. If I run on like this is something which I don't want to run because there is nothing. What's select? There's some error, right? There's some
Yes.
error. If I run it, so it will give me error. Okay.
Okay.
So, but still I want to run. So select this part,
Okay. And then.
and
Oh.
then F5 or execute whatever you
Oh.
want to do. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And if you want to run the whole query, like we have select start from demo employee, and you want to run this one also, you want to check this one also. Okay. I've tried to create another table. So you want to run this also, and in the same transaction, we say transaction. In the same transaction, I want to select also. So
Okay.
there are two queries. Okay. So I want to run both of them one after the other. Okay. So if
Okay.
I directly click on F5, what it will do, it will first create this table, and
Okay.
then it will select this table. Okay. So we have selected it. First it have created it, and now after that it's selected. Because I have changed the table name, right? You can see first it was
Yeah.
employee. So I created another table and selected that table. In the same transaction, I got both of them done. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the thing. And if you want to see the definition, you can see from here what columns you are having and what is the length, because here you can't see the length of the data type. See, you can't see how much character this is having, what is this int or varchar, you can't see over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to see, first thing is go over here. I will not suggest you to go over here, because
Okay.
this is a GUI part. A developer should try to avoid the GUI part the most he can. Okay.
Okay.
As much as you can, he should avoid the GUI part. So how I'll go? I'll go over it. I'll go over here and press on my keyboard Control F1. Sorry, Alt F1.
Okay.
Okay, so if I press on Alt F1, it will give me the definition of the whole of the table very clearly, because here you will get the definition better than this. So just second, just executing. I don't know why this. So till the time it is getting executed. What I have told you, like creating the table. Creating what are the definition? Definition the structure of the table. Structure means the column and everything related to the column. Okay, and to run us to run the query, we need to click either on execute
Or
or
F5.
F5 to see the definition of a table. After creating it, either go over here. Okay,
Yeah.
click on this, it will expand with the columns, everything, but the suggested one is go over here and press Alt and F1.
Alt
Alt
F1.
key, yeah. So if I click on this, I can see the definition better than this one. Okay,
Okay.
it's showing me when the table has created. Okay, or this is a user table, right? This is a user table. There are two type of tables. One is user table and one is system tables. System table you can see over here. Okay, that are the system related tables which stores the data related to, like I have created this table, so it will be somewhere stored also, like what kind
Yeah.
of table we are having. Okay, so those are system tables. So this will be over here like system table. When I created this table, I created this at this time. Okay, what are the column which I have created? I have created ID, name, salary. What are the data type which I have created? Integer, varchar, float.
Okay.
Computed, it's the calculated column? No, it's not calculated column. It's a simple column. Length is there, prescale is there, starting from where. So these are all. This is the where for where you have this thing also. SQL Server, Latin. This is the camel, how to write your like comparison, how to do comparison. This will also be there in the miscellaneous part of our topic. Like converting from some, like we have Latin and other things like general and Latin, and there are a couple of things which I'll tell you later on. CPI,
Oh,
UPI, CI, CI will carry index like this, all things. Okay. So this I'll tell you later on. Just forget about this thing. Just,
okay.
I haven't told you anything like this. Okay, just forget it. Okay. So these are the four things you need to remember currently. Okay.
Uh,
So this is the identity column. So I haven't created any of the identity column for the table. So I told you that day how to create the identity column. There's a keyword identity. Okay. There's a keyword identity for a column. Okay.
okay.
Then starting from where and increment by how much. This is starting from where and this is increment by how much. Okay.
Okay.
So I'll create another table which will be having identity column. So what is identity column? Identity column is a column which is having its own identity, and I do not need to give the value for that table, for that column. If I have created the ID, if I created ID as an identity column, so it will start itself from 1 and will increment by 1.
One. Okay.
Yeah. So if I try to insert by myself into this any value, so it will not allow me to insert it. It will throw an error because it's an auto implemented. For example, an employee is coming to a company, so it's not my wish, it's not anyone's wish what employee ID he will be getting, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So it employee ID will be auto generated.
Okay.
Okay. So if everyone will be having a choice identity, then there will be hodgepodge in that case. So everyone will be getting, I'll say like, I want this ID, I want this ID. So there will be no such symmetry in our ID, in our
Yeah.
employee ID. So everyone, one is saying like I want 123, someone is saying I want 211. So there will be no symmetry. I'll not be able to count how much employees are there in my company. Though I can count by selecting count star, but it will not be in the proper symmetry.
Okay.
So yeah, ID will be auto incrementing thing. Identity is the auto incremented column. Okay.
Oh,
So I'll create another table, demo test employee 2. So this is the table, and if I go over here and select this, so it will be having an identity column over here visible. Like I have told you this, I have created, and this time identity ID, this one, this one, this one. So in last table, this was blank. There were nothing
yeah.
into it. Okay, null, 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 null. Okay,
Yeah.
but in this, I'm having ID. So increment it by 1 and sorry, start it from 1 and increment by 1 and no replication. So I do not need any other column with this. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't be the same.
And yeah, it will be same. So these are the row GUID column. So this GUID will be covered in when I tell you about indexes. Okay.
Okay. What is identity called? What is it?
Identity is like everyone is having an identity. Okay.
No, what is
If
it called? Um, is it a keyword? I mean, what is it exactly?
it's a constraint, it's related to the definition of the table. It's a constraint.
It's a constraint. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Actually it's related to the definition of the table. You can say it like it's the definition, not exactly the constraint. Constraint is the check, but it also checks because it do not allow us to insert anything. But there's no such check also on this. So we do not need to say constraint also. Just it's related to the definition of a column. It's the auto incremented constraint, auto incremented feature of ID column. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because
So
there will
if
be many like these, right? Lot of constraints and lot of inbuilt uh, like that you can use directly in the tables, and that can change how you want the table to be.
Yeah, like these are also constraints. Not none.
Yeah.
So this you will say this as a constraint. Okay.
Okay.
So not null, we have made a name as not null. So this is also a type of constraint.
Constraint.
As I'll tell you constraints, keys, primary key and unique key and foreign key. Okay,
Okay.
these are
Okay.
three type of keys and constraints. Next lecture. Okay, so
Okay.
first I'll tell you the basic of this definition. Okay, so you have created it. So if you will select this table, if you select this table, you will not be having anything into it because I haven't inserted anything, any data into it. Okay,
Mhm.
I haven't created it. Okay. So this is the table which I have, it is not having anything. So do you got an idea of the definition of a table?
The definition.
Yeah, what is definition now? I'll cross question a bit. What is definition now? Because I have created the table, so I told you the definition.
Definition is basically the structure of the table. And the structure includes the columns, the it's basically the columns and rows of a table.
No, no, no rows. There's no rows
Oh,
in the definition. So columns, keys, keys are
yes.
keys like primary key, unique key. It is placed on a table. It's placed on a column. Okay, primary key,
Oh,
unique key. So these are also constraint are also the part of this definition. Okay.
okay.
Okay. So everything
Column.
related to the structure, everything related to the structure will be the data definition language. Okay.
Oh,
So I have created a table. So but I want to add another column into it. So what I'll do, I'll alter this the key syntax alter, okay, alter table, because every time when you write anything related to the structure, so you need to use this keyword table, okay.
okay.
What I am doing alteration to a
Mm-hmm.
table. What is the table name? Table name is demo
Demo
and
test.
so demo test alphabet. Okay. And one more shortcut, like if you are having these small letters, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I want it to be in capital letter. I want to look like this. So what I'll do, I'll double click on it, I'll select the whole part, I'll
Okay.
press Control and Shift key and then U button. U means Ukraine. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Control shift.
Control Shift plus U. It will change the case of the letter. And if I go over there with L, L for London, and it will again make it to
Oh,
small letters. Okay.
okay.
Okay. This is good. Okay. So
Oh.
alter table name. I want to add. I want to add a columns.
So uppercase, lowercase, it really doesn't matter. It's still the same table name.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But if you are developing, if you are working for a company, you need to have a good idea of all this because it there are these come under coding standards.
Okay.